Hey Dan, hey Phil. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Level House, what are you doing in orange? I swear, I have never seen you in orange. And I'm like, well, I actually have two orange shirts. There's this one, which I got because after my friend's birthday party, I was like dying from binding my chest. And so then she gave me this t shirt that says Grillin' Like a Villain. And we aren't friends anymore, but she ghosted me. So I was like, if she wants this goddamn shirt back, she can say it to my face, and it's a comfortable shirt, and I still got it. And the other one, it's kind of this early 70s ish kind of orange button up look. I got it. It's orange, and I wore it, and I was like, I think this is a good cat adopting outfit, and they laughed. I lost that cat in the woods. Which is why I started doing this thing. Yeah, it started out with Curtis Connor, but then I kept on. I. So, Daniel Howell has it. Daniel and Phil. They both have it to where anyone can DM them on Tumblr. So, I said, hi Dan, do people ever DM you on Tumblr? Well, I'm DMing you on Tumblr because I refuse to download Twitter. I am an artist, and I drew you, but you have to embrace Tumblr and go looking through my blog's tags because communication is a two-way street, buddy. We gotta talk about the milk. You leaving to get it? No bathtubs? You inspired me, Grestly. If you can meet your favorite internet star, I can meet mine, and I'm not doing it through stalking. I'm just drawing pretty art, so then people look at it and they're like, whoa, this dude is kind of fucked up, and I fuck with the heavy. Never seen so many pronouns and autism in one dude. This is like if Tumblr was a guy with pronouns and I was Tumblr with a guy with pronouns. I think I could change the world. And that was August 30th, 2025. So pre-hard launch podcast. Once they got the hard launch podcast, then I started sending things to that. I said, hi Dan, I think about you a lot, as in you and Phil shaped my childhood, as in I want to have a conversation with you about your effect on fannies as a fanny. Just go check my Tumblr. You'll fuck with me, promise. And then it's Dan and Phil. Only so confident because you taught me to be. So I'm queer, I'm here, and I think I can meet my favorite internet star. September 5th. Hi Dan, if you ever read this, know that me texting you is for my own enjoyment. I'm monologuing at you the way you monologue at us. I got into a fight with my friends, and I feel like they don't realize I talk to people like how I make my 5-minute YouTube videos. It's like young Robin Williams meets Tumblr. Thank you. I'll be here for eternity. I did the damn thing to Curtis Connor, except in his emails, I'm a 20-year-old artist whose parents left the country, and I don't have a financial plan. I just want to make art and become a political advocate, so I'm trying to just become dumb one's resident artist. Oh my god, I'm glad you're an intellectual. I'm being genuine. I need to talk to adults because all I do is philosophize. And then I sent him this post where I say, on September 2nd, I said, all I'm saying is, if instead of just sitting miserably in all those McMansions after their kids leave, what if people who own houses started letting local artists and youth live in those spare rooms? So instead of neighborhoods secluding you from real community that were racist in their design, well, what if we turned them into artistic refuges? They used to do this a couple centuries ago. Wealthy families, this is a comment, would have resident artists, especially musicians, but also sometimes painters and sculptors, and they would commission for months on end. In return for their artworks and music, they would be paid, housed, and fed. It was also a good way to get connected to other wealthy families, or travel from safe house to safe house. Unsure if you were referencing this, but I think it's super cool and we should bring it back. And I was like, literally, this one is tagged Curtis Connor, because it started with Curtis, and now it's Dan, and it's turned into me saying, Dan and Phil, drug money, please. Dan and Phil, drug money, please. Where's my drug money? I said, think of me as being your pen pal. You don't have to read every letter at once. Each message is its own distinct experience. Just read whatever interests you. Going up to someone in public? Oh, I'd rather die. DMing you because I'm bored? Dancing emoticons. September 7th. Hi Dan, it's been a stressful week. I don't know, it'd be awesome if some rich gay twinks, parentheses, question marks, parentheses, ambiguous, could let me and my lifelong fanny best friend go to Finland and visit Moominville. I want to eat pula, you see. If you've ever heard of it, if you've never heard of it, I'm going to change your life. And yeah, then I just start going on about pula bread. And I say I'm talking to you like I used to talk to the orange flamingo freakish in a charming way puppet during COVID. This thing up here. Shout out to the person who said that they are that puppet. You're a real one. You're a real one. You are the poster child. Everybody should be commenting on my videos the way you do. Like my freakish in a charming way puppet. My parents would take away all my contact to anyone who cared, so I had Davy, and your names start with D, and I mean, I've known you for about the same time, so in essence, you're a weird puppet I named after a Hetalia character. September 8th at 8:35 p.m. Hi, Dan, you and Phil heart-watching me reminded me that I sent this to you. Sorry, I was a little crazy after gotten lost in the woods. Rain emoji. GIF. Damn, well, at least you know that there's someone who has an even worse problem about not being able to shut the fuck. Damn, well, at least you know that there's someone who has an even worse problem about not being able to shut the fuck up. You must have forgotten about your Tumblr DMs, or maybe you just never really used them well. They're set to where anyone can DM you, and sometimes I just get high and talk too much, but I'm happy for you and Phil. I haven't watched the video, but I was always watching you guys like, yeah, these are my Dan and Phil, and if they're gay and in love, good for them, but I just think we should respect them, and now you have come out and gained a new level of freedom in what you can make. I've been watching you guys since the 3 months I was on bed rest for concussion I got at church camp. I don't know if I mentioned that, which was when I was 12. I'm turning 21 soon. Hashtag Yowitober 29th. This deal. It's Bob Ross's birthday, and also the anniversary of the U.S. stock market crash of 1929. Happy Yowitober, Dan Howell. This was my first Yowitober. You guys really made it special. Finally. Real person fact. October 13th, 2021. And then, where we have it, don't make me fucking get Twitter. I refuse to get Twitter. I refuse to get Twitter. And because you haven't read any of my emails, now they ain't just for you anymore. I made them just for you, but I'm hilarious. They're worth posting and talking about. And also, I say this shit and then it just becomes ingrained in my brain, and I'm like, everybody knows what I'm talking about, and I guess I'm probably referencing something I said in a letter to Dan and Phil somewhere.